Hello and welcome to Trade with Asim and Sajjad. I'm here with the weekly analysis from 18th of June till 22nd of June 2018. As you're watching the market for the last couple of weeks, it's been very volatile and it's just moving very quickly to one direction or the next week the other direction, and the reason is only that we are having lots of news data coming in, and the coming week also will be the same, very volatile. You just need to be much careful regarding your open trades, and if you're trading before the news or after the news, make sure you know the consequences. Let's begin with the Monday, and Monday we have FOMC members speech. This gonna bring some medium-term impact on the market, especially in the US pairs. Then later on we have ECB President Draghi's speech. Last week when he spoke, there was a very big drop. I think Monday will be different. It might just get some kind of strength back to euro, and we might see a little bit upward movement in all euro pairs. Then on Tuesday we will be having RBA meeting minutes for Australian dollar, and also President Draghi will speak again. And then later on we have building permits for US dollar, and the rest of the day to news release for New Zealand dollar and JPY, medium impact news. Then on Wednesday we will be having especially for Fed Chair Powell's speech will be very important. It might give back some kind of strength to US dollar again, and we can see hike in US dollar. Then later on ECB President Draghi will speak again, and then following with the existing home sales for US dollar, crude oil inventories. So I think overall Wednesday will be important for the US pairs, and I expect that the US dollar will just try to rise again. At the end of the day we will have New Zealand GDP. This can just give some kind of strength to New Zealand dollar, although the expected figures are almost the same, but we might see some upward movement in New Zealand dollar. Then on Thursday we have for Swiss franc interest rate decision, and I'm expecting that the Swiss franc is gonna get some kind of strength. Those who are trading USDCHF, you might see a big spike up in that. I'll be interested to buy before the news. And then for GBP we have Bank of England interest rate decision. This gonna give kind of strength to GBP pairs, and I'll be interested to buy. Then later on we have for US dollar Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index, and this the expected figures showing that we might see a drop in the US pairs. After that we have for GBP Bank of England governor speech, and then on Friday, especially for euro and Canadian, it's very special. German manufacturing PMI can just bring some volatility in the euro pairs. Most important is the Canadian news, and I'm looking for a big drop in USDCAD pair. So guys, good luck for the coming week. I hope all of you are aware of the news releases, so you trade accordingly. Let's move to US dollar index, and here it is. It's a weekly chart. Though right now US dollar looks very strong, I still expect a bigger drop. Though this week can be tricky, it can go sideways, but I'm still looking because if you see at the setup, this one looks like a corrective structure, and it's supposed to drop at any time. The only important thing is the news releases, and by Friday I'm seeing like a dollar dropping back to 92.84, but if it keeps going up, so then my target is 96.31. so this is my range, guys, for the coming week. If we can compare it on the daily time frame, let's see, here it is, and I think this only candle is just showing that it got back the strength, but it was all because of the especially because of the euro weakness. That's why it went up. Otherwise it's still supposed to drop again. You can see it's still on the very good resistance level. So after a day or two going sideways, it's supposed to drop again, although not very big, but in the long run I'm looking at a weaker dollar. So let's move to Euro USD, and Euro USD is here. Euro USD, after this all drop, it's supposed to go up. It was just going very fine, but then on Friday it just lost all the gains. Right now it's still supposed to hold this price and then go up again. Let me show you how it looks on the daily time frame, and here it is. Despite this bigger drop, I still believe that there is still time for euro to go up again and make some gains, and then after that we will see how it goes. But for the coming week, my targets are like it's supposed to go up again, make some kind of retracement and keep going up. For this week it might go up to 1.1730 and above. In case it keeps the downward move, so it can drop to 1.1437. although I am in favor of buying, but I will definitely wait for a good entry. Looking at the GBP pair is also on a very good level, and it's on a support. Actually it can try to go up. Why I'm saying that, because in the coming week we are having some GBP data, and I think it can support GBP and it can go up, though the movement can be slower, but I think GBP will try to hold this level. If it start going up, I'm looking by the end of week 1.3491 or above, and in case it just keeps dropping, so then it's heading to 1.3017 and below. If we compare it on the daily time frame, it's just looking like it was just trying very hard to go up, but then it just came down all the way, and right now I'm still looking at it's still in position to go and try again to touch 1.3494. Let's move to USDJPY. Same story like the US dollar. I was looking for a drop here, and it's supposed to go all the way till end of the month or the next month, at least to 108 something, but at the moment it just looks a bit stronger, but in the coming days I think it should come down again, and my target is around 108 and below, and just in case it keeps going up, then it's heading to 111.50 and above. If we look at the daily time frame, here it is, and I don't see much strength left in the pair, but anyway, if it's just heading upward, I will be interested to short it from a good level, though right now I am not buying it or selling it, but I will wait for the confirmation and then trade. Let's see USDCHF. USDCHF is the only US pair which I think it can go up all the way. The number one reason is the Swiss franc data. Otherwise, Swiss franc is just losing the strength, and I see it can go up more than expected. Right now, this coming week, I'm looking at 1.0062 by the end of Friday or above, and in case it drops back, then it's heading to 0.9815 and below. If we can see the daily time frame, here it is, and as you can see, this all bigger upward move. I think it can just keep going up from here, and it's above 50 and 100 moving average. So it will be interesting to see how USDCHF goes in the next week. Let's move to USDCAD, and USDCAD is also looking very good though, but it's still able to climb up to 1.3462. It will also depend how the oil prices are going, but for me too, I think this, although it has broken the resistance level, it's supposed to come back and drop very hard, and at the level I won't be buying or selling it, but I will wait how it goes. If we can compare it on the daily time frame, here it is, and you can see it has broken this resistance level, but I think it can come back again, and if it then keep dropping, then I will sell it from here. My entry can be around 1.3070 or below. For the coming week, what I see in the Canadian dollar, let me I think it's still able to drop to 1.28 and below, but in case it just keeps going up, then for this week it can go to 1.3345 and above. I'll be more careful with the USD CAD pair. For Australian dollar, well, Australian dollar looks much weaker. Australian and New Zealand economy is supposed to be like a weak situation, although I am in favor of weaker US dollar, but I'm looking like Australian dollar may drop again to 0.7368 and below. The reason why I'm saying this, if we can compare it on the hourly time frame, here it is. It has almost broken the support level. It might go or like sideways, or can just start retrace, but in the longer run, Australian dollar is supposed to go much down. On the weekly, again, here we are, and I'm just looking at 0.7368 by the end of Friday, and just in case it gets back some kind of strength, which is very hard, it can again try to go to 0.7501 and above. The New Zealand dollar is also behaving like Australian dollar, or it's like, you can see like it did try to go up, and from here the price got rejected, and now it looks very easy for New Zealand USD to touch 0.6837 and below, and I don't see upward movement in the New Zealand dollar, but in case it goes again, it can reach 0.7114 and above. Overall, I am bearish on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. So our last pair is gold, and gold is also very weak. Although it's on 100 moving average, and RSI is also indicating like just near. It can even bounce back for a couple of days, but on weekly time frame, I'm looking at 1258 and below, and in case it tries to go up again, it can again try to reach 1309 and above. Overall, I will be bearish, though I won't trade from Monday. I will still wait, and if there's any kind of correction, then I will short it from that level. If we can compare it on the daily time frame, here it is, and it's supposed to, just try to go up, and from there then I will short it again. So guys, that's it for this week. I hope this coming week we can make some good profits. I wish you best of luck. Take care. I see you with a new video. Until then, bye.